swimming was sort of my life, and I didn't really know what I was going to do. And it turned out that I was in the same dorm with a woman named Lynne Cox. Now, are you guys familiar with Lynne Cox?
I am not.
No.
No.
Wait,
She,
I did. All right, so yeah, I did look into a little bit. This I was just basically on your bio. This is how you got into the open water swimming. Am I correct? Is this who she's a swimmer? She,
she is one of the best
I
marathon
did read
swimmers
that on
ever.
your site. Okay, that's the only way I know it though.
As a teenager, she broke the English Channel record, the overall record
Wow.
twice. She is a phenomenal cold water swimmer. She swam down in off the tip of was it Chile in the uh, just freezing waters there. And she also did in the 80s. She did this swim between two islands in the off of Alaska, one that was part of the United States, one that was part of Russia. And she swam between, it took her years, I think, to put that swim together because at the time, there we weren't talking to them, and uh, she's just done some incredible swims. So, anyways, we were in the same dorm, and our dorm happened to be across the street from the ocean. It's the most beautiful place I've ever lived
Hmm.
in
Wow.
my college dorm. And so
Not a
I
lot of
don't,
studying going on, I guess, huh?
It would be distracting for me too.
Lynn studied a lot.
Okay.
Not, yeah, I was a little distracted there. But anyways, um, I don't know how we started swimming together, but we did. And we would, every morning we would walk, we had to walk across the street, down these stairs, and we'd jump in the ocean. And so that's how I started. We just had at that time we would swim about it was a mile and a half. It was about three-quarters of a mile down to the Goleta Pier, and then we'd swim down there and swim back. And then so that summer I trained with her, and uh, another incredible marathon swimmer named David Udovin, who was just starting out around that time. And I think that summer I did my first longish swim. It was a 10-mile race. That was
Wow.
76. And then
Where was your 10-mile swim?
it was a swim called the Seal Beach Open Water Swim. And it was from Huntington Beach to Seal Beach. Um, that's uh, north, well, along the coast, Huntington Beach to, and then Seal Beach is about 10 miles north of that. Is that right? I think.
You're the authority.
I don't know the
But
Anyways,
10 miles, that's phenomenal. How long did people clock
Yeah,
in?
I'm impressed.
I can't quite remember what the times were. I think the fastest may have been 3 hours and something. I think I went four or something, but that was a long time ago. I'd have to get out my scrapbook. But
Still, that's a good time.
Yeah.
I can't
Um,
swim too well.
I nothing to compare it to, but yeah, I'm impressed.
Really quick, you
Oh.
were saying you were doing a mile and a half every day. Is this just the normal routine? Because we were talking the other day, and Greg was saying he did once did a 1 mile, and I went and looked
Yeah,
at my swim, and mine was like a half
Still
a
to this
mile.
day.
So,
I did several mile swims.
he was
but
doing
that
it every
was
day, though. Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
that's yeah.
Okay.
that was the routine during the year, but
Mm.
in the summer when we trained, went much further than that. I again, I don't quite remember how far we went at that time, um, and but um, and we each of us varied in the workout we did. Lynn's brother Dave who's also a good marathon swimmer. He coached us, and depending on what we were training for, the workouts would vary. Like I can't remember that first summer what Lynn was training for, but I know David Udovin was preparing to do Catalina Channel, which is similar to the English Channel, about 20 miles. And I think that was his first long swim, and then he went on to this long career of of he was the first to do the Tsugaru Straits in Japan, and he did all these amazing swims all over the world. And he and I had in common that Lynne was the one who started us out doing all that. She was amazing. She helped a lot of people, still helps people get into marathon swimming, and
Very cool.
it's
And where is
very.
she today, if I may ask? What's she doing now? You said she's still helping people get into marathon swimming.
She's written a number of books
Okay.
about marathon swimming, and she still lives here in Southern California too. And I'm not sure how much she's swimming herself, but I think she's mainly writing.
Okay.
Um, but then the following summer, somehow I got involved with a different team. There were two main teams here in Southern California. There was the group that worked out with Lynne, and then there was this other group called the Orca Swim Club. And uh, were they were training for similar things, Catalina, and then some of them were training for double Catalina swims. And then one of them, Cindy Cleveland, eventually became the first person to swim around Catalina, which is over 50 miles, I think.
Wow.
Jeez.
And these
Wow,
were
that's
all
just
That
blowing
just
me away.
That's
hurts
around
thinking
Catalina
about it.
Island.
Just imagining such a thing.
Catalina Island.
It's
yeah,
a long boat ride.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, even that would be wear me out.
I was gonna get vacation there one time, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't have the time to
All right.
drive from Arizona to there.
we were all young. We had
Sure.
more time than
Yeah.
we did later.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think if you look, well, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Anyways, uh, when I was with them, they had my theory is that they had a different training philosophy than Lynn's group. Lynne and David would train just to complete the swim. That was
Okay.
their main thing. They didn't care how fast they went, or they just wanted to complete the swim. With the Orca team, under our coach was Siga Rose is her name now, and her philosophy was you did not only wanted to complete the swim, but you wanted to swim it fast, and you wanted to be able to recover quickly, no matter how long the swim was, even if it was uh, a double crossing of the Catalina Channel. You still wanted to do it so you could swim it fast and recover. And for me, that was a better. The, you hear a lot of these marathon swimmers talk about, well, you need to have a powerful mind. You don't want to let negative thoughts and all this. I have negative thoughts all the time, and I knew that in order to get through something like that, I needed to not only know that I could finish, but I needed to know that there was a big cushion there, because I'm just not the sort of person who can. I'm not going to gut it out. When I worked up to doing a double crossing of the Catalina Channel. That's what I think most of the people on that team ended up doing, Catalina doubles.
And
And
that's
if
10 each way, right? There and back.
20 each way.
Oh my gosh.
So,
40.
so
So
it's
you did a
four,
40-mile
that.
swim.
I did a 40-mile swim.
Wow.
And looking back on it, I think, well, it was peer pressure. They were the year I was working for a single, my
It
friends were
worked.
getting
You
ready to
did
do
it.
doubles. So
Was that your first big swim?
well, I had done a Catalina single. In 77, I did the single.
Okay.
In 78, I did a double.
Quick
All right.
question about the double. Do you get a break when you're halfway done, or do you have to stay in the water and not touch anything, or how does that work?
Well, that's a good question, because it's one of the rule. The general rule for all multiple crossings is that even in the English Channel or wherever, you get up to 10 minutes. You have to come all the way out of the water beyond the high tide line, and you get up to 10 minutes, and then you have to be back in swimming.
Which is
So
essentially, in my opinion, no break, 10 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
no, you've been swimming however long, 8, 10, 12, 14 hours, and you get out in cold water generally, and you get out, you're just going to get cold. So
This, when you say cold, is that
I'd
like
rather just get
below
back in.
70 or in the 70s?
for Catalina and the English Channel, it's 70 or below usually.
Okay. Anything below 70 is dangerous. I
Yeah.
think that's the record of anyone dying of hypothermia is 70 degrees. That's the highest
and this is kind of
temperature.
the Alcatraz swim. How cold's the water for
Um,
that?
Oh, it's like
Anybody know?
65. Yeah.
I think it might even be colder than that.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
It's
not-
it's
shorter,
cold.
but it's freezing.
yeah, but mm,
Not literally freezing, but yeah.
No, I'm cold.
you can train you become acclimated to the cold.
Hey, if you like these kind of conversations and you'd like to see more, click like and subscribe to our channel. And if you're at the computer and you'd like to hear the whole podcast, click right here.